Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got Yubel Yuki playing Adamantipator versus Volcanos playing Salamangreat. So a bit more Adamantipator's, but we are going to see Salamangreat, which is a little bit unusual, right?
Yeah, I mean, Salamangreat is a good deck that I probably wouldn't have bought into this format. I think it's just one where you're kind of you need to sit on it for a little while and wait and see how things with the Nibiru situation works out, or if you get a new combo piece that allows you to continue to play after you get Nibiru'd, or prevent your opponent from Nibiruing you.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, but we'll see how that plays out. In the game. I've just saw this deck list. Yeah, okay. He has 3 copies of Vanilla, but I know that was because the database microcoder wasn't there, right? So that's actually a microcoder.
I was thinking about mentioning it kind of proactively before you spotted it, but as soon as you spotted it, you started giggling away, so I knew that you'd spotted it.
I thought it was trolling me. I was like, wait, is there a reason we could be playing Vanilla? And then I was like, oh, no, that's crazy. That must have been the problem we were having with one of the deck lists.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a small issue with one of the deck lists, and yes, so those are not vanillas; they are indeed microcoders. Yeah, which is from the promo set that you get by buying the Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution.
Yes, my colleague Mike, who's my digital counterpart, was really excited to finally see that one ship. It's a pretty good game, from what I've been told. Yeah,
it's I mean, I only got to play very briefly the Switch version, and I whenever we have the influencer days in the office, when we were in the office, that is, I always see them playing it because it's really fantastic. What you do in the game is you actually you play through the story of each of the arcs of Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you play like the anime duel.
Yeah, so you play like each of the anime type duels throughout the years for each of the different series of Yu-Gi-Oh. And yeah, it's just really funny to see like when when you're playing Joey versus Rex Raptor, for example, you're seeing those really cool character decks. I don't know if it's just me, but I really love character decks. Of course, I like competitive decks as well, but seeing the character decks is just it's a love of mine for sure.
Guys, we're ready to head to the table, and we're going to be jumping straight into the next duel, so no commercials for you guys. If you wanted to know how many cards were per pack, I'm sure there'll be a copy and pasta that shows up again sooner or later. So we're going to be seeing Yubel Yuki on the top side playing Adamantipator, and Vulkanos playing Salamangreat on the bottom side.
Yeah, absolutely. What glorious game mats they've decided to choose. I actually really like the one on the top.
He's trying to debate his opponent into thinking he's playing Trickstar.
Yep, that's what it is. And he does have a personalized token from when we have the token booth at events. Do you remember events? I remember events.
When you went out and saw people in real life, are you crazy? No, I don't remember that.
I do.
I'll tell you what. Actually, funny thing about those custom tokens, you've got like some kind of like ongoing running token gag from like 6 years ago.
Yes,
right?
Yes, I actually do. I've never. Do you know what? Oddly enough, I've never talked about this on the live stream. So the European Championships, every single year that we've had the token booth, I always get a picture of the commentary team, the coverage team, and I bring the token from the previous year. So it's like a token within a token every single year. And yeah, I've been doing it for about 5 years now. I've got 5 years worth of commentary teams.
Token Inception.
Yeah, is it 5 years? No, 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, because it was Dublin. The first one was in Dublin. Yeah, it's really awesome. I like getting those out and showing people whenever I get the chance, to be honest.
Yeah, so we're actually seeing a really good opening for the Salamangreat player, Volcanos. I think his plan here is to pray for no Nibiru, but interestingly, Yubel Yuki only plays 2 copies of Nibiru in his main deck. He does play an additional copy in his side, but there's only going to be 2 potential for this match.
Okay, so yeah, I guess he's hoping for those, but right now we are seeing we're seeing the Salamangreats doing what we've known them to do.
Yeah, great. Sunlight Wolf coming down.
And once again, they're all about linking away, getting more advantage from that, just over and over.
Yeah, Salamangreat is very good at grinding the game around, and it's pretty much a combo deck that does the same thing every time. It doesn't really have like a lot of room to mess around and do cute stuff. You're pretty much looping your trap cards and just making sure that you're hitting your opponent with them over and over again.
Yeah.
One of the there you go, the microcoder, as we saw, you can actually use it as a link material in your hand if it's for a code toggle monster, I believe. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of lag. It's kind of like cutting, just a little bit, and then you suddenly see a monster's appeared.
A hero appears.
It's a little bit choppy, but it's like all of a sudden it's like, you see these two cards, and then it just cuts and it's like two monsters been summoned. So there's a normal summon being committed to Lady Debug, which will allow him to search his deck for a level 4 or lower Cyberus monster. He's already got access to the Gazelle, the Salamangreat Gazelle, so let's see what he goes for here. Probably a Salamangreat Spinny, right? There we go, Salamangreat Spinny being picked up right there for Volcanos. So far, we're still completely uninterrupted, so that's... I don't know, you kind of feel like you're always going to be sat on the edge of your seat, right? Like, does he have it? Does he have it? Because he's not committed to, even in his first couple of summons, he doesn't have an easy negate to commit to. And looking at his deck, he doesn't play anything like Appaloosa or anything like that, so he is literally... If his opponent has Nibiru, his deck does not play around it at all. He just goes, if they have it, they have it. When he's doing his opening combo.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, he's not got it in this scenario.
Or if you're Yuki, you'd be looking for the opportunity for it, but I don't know if you'd hold out this long. Transcode Talker coming down.
Yeah, he's I'm no expert of the Salamangreats, but it seems as though he's waiting and waiting and waiting. So, at what point do you feel like you're going to do enough damage with the Nibiru to put it down?
So he sets a trap card with his own effect, and he uses Salamangreat Wolf to get the Salamangreat Circle. Sets a bunch of cards, and he gets away with it. That's a really good start for a Salamangreat deck. So let's see how Yubel Yuki actually tries and plays through this. Emancipator is... They can struggle going second.
I love how you defined that he got away with it. Like it's some kind of crime that he didn't get Nibiru'd.
Yeah, because even when they don't have Nibiru, they have Nibiru. That's just how you play at the moment. Like you have to even factor in a negate into your first four summons to prevent your opponent from just cleaning you out.
Yep, and yeah, I mean we saw it as soon as Nibiru was introduced. The people were going for what's its name? The outer entity Azonoth or something like that. It was one of the entity cards. Oh,
this is an Emancipator playing the Onomato cards. So the Dododo Go 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 combination. So he's going to be playing Onomato Pickup, which allows him to get a Onomat card from his deck and add it to his hand. And then he's got the Onomatopera, which actually gets one of one and one of the other. We can add up to two different Onomat style cards.
I must say, I did notice those before the match started, but I wanted to keep those as a bit of a surprise because that is really unusual. No, I don't think anyone else in the tournament is playing that. How do you feel about that little tech engine of the Onomato cards?
Honestly, it works really well with the Emancipator deck. People even play Utopic Onomatopoeia in the deck. It's a cool little engine that gets you going, because I think one of the cool cards is the Dododo Dwarf and Go 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 Glove being a Earth monster as well, which lets you do additional combos with your Adamantipator cards.
Yeah. So do you think this is a better version with the Onomato cards, or do you
Automat or the Synchro version, right?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think anytime that you've got a reliable combo to resolve successfully the Christian Hyper Fibrax is the ideal situation. But the Automat cards I do think are a really cool addition to this deck.
Yeah.
He's also playing the Dragon Buster Destruction Sword tech with the Union Carrier in his side deck.
Quite a lot of people are choosing that tech, but it is very strong, isn't it?
It is, and it's a question. I think there is a serious question to be asked on whether it's necessary with everything else you can do.
Yeah, I must say, that's. I don't know whether it's just the modern era of Yu-Gi-Oh, but we never used to ask that question. You know, is it too much of a lockdown? Like, that was never a possibility before, whereas now you got so many options, so many cool combos that you can do. Is it sometimes a bit too much tech?
Yeah, and that's what is really interesting. So that card that just got flipped up by Volcanos was Cynet Conflict. When a spell trap or monster effect activate while you control a Code Talker monster, Transcode Talker, they get the activation, and if you do, banish that card. And if you do, your opponent cannot activate cards or effective cards with the same original name as that card that was banished until the end of the next turn. You can activate one Cynet Conflict per turn.
So he's pretty locked down at this point. Wouldn't you say so, Matt?
Yeah, so he's got the Kokimiru Guardian. If he passed, I presume that he did reveal a rock monster to keep the Guardian in play. He's not reading it because he might not have a rock monster in his hand. He doesn't have a rock monster in his hand, and his Guardian just falls to bits. Oh my god! Yubel Yuki, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Just getting completely caught off guard by his own Kokimiru Guardian. Oh, that's the first known Nibiru. Now this? You're breaking my heart here, Yuki.
Oh dear, this is not good at all. Salamangreat, what can I say?
I was just absolutely here trash talking the Salamangreat deck. I should have took it all back.
Yeah,
take it all back.
Yeah, you totally were.
Deary me.
Oh, Vulkanos must be thanking his lucky stars right now, because he's... I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff he was expecting to see coming from the opponent's board, but yeah, just poof.
It's just like first try.
Yeah,
just like his board down, and now what he has to do is find the magic numbers, because he's going to be going relatively uncontested, because his opponent couldn't reveal a rock monster. We also know he doesn't have Nibiru, because he would have kept the Kokimiru Guardian in any way possible. So there's like no fear here.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because Nibiru's rock as well. So he knows for sure. Well, he doesn't know for sure, but he you know, it's pretty obvious that he has no Nibiru at this point.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, that would be the biggest debate ever, right? If you guys like, oh, I can't reveal a rock monster. I choose not to reveal a rock monster. Sends his own Guardian to the graveyard. His opponent goes all in, gets Nibiru. It's like, what? But why? That would be next level play.
I'm just a bit shocked because, I mean, firstly, so that during, I think it was the last game, we saw, no, further back even, we saw the Dinos fall, and now we're seeing an Adamantipator deck fall. This is very interesting.
Yeah, we're actually seeing, what's that, 2 Adamantipator decks getting knocked out by...
Yeah, like quote-unquote, like, rogue decks, but not really, you know, not really rogue. It's hard to say without having 2,000 people in a room what's going to be the rogue deck.
Code Talker, that's huge. So, Access Code Talker gains 1,000 attack for each link rating of a link monster that was used in order to link summon it. Its effect cannot be responded to. So when you summon it, it gains the attack. It prevents your opponent from using stuff to interact with it. And then you can banish monsters, link monsters from your graveyard, I think it is, with to destroy one card your opponent controls. It's not once per turn, but you can only do each attribute once per turn. But with the update jammer, he gets 2 attacks, and he's probably gained 2 to 3,000 attacks. So he's probably looking at double attacking 5,000 attack plus monster.
Yep, that's.
I need to signing it up. So yeah, it's like Blackluster Soldier, like who's been hitting the gym. That's kind of what's happening here.
And for sure, he's not been skipping leg day. He is going in for it right now. This is going to be a huge attack.
Nothing but legs. Just kicking him in the face. Oh my god.
Salamangreat. It still exists, Matt. It still exists.
No, it doesn't. You're giving people false hope. This is just...
We're living the dream, boys.
Some divine being came down and just gave Volcanos a free pass and said, you get one. And that's what's happened there.
Soulburner lives on, Matt. He lives on.
He does. Excellent play by Volcanus. Getting his combo through and kicking his opponent in the face with an access code talker.
I can't believe it. That's amazing. I wish that you could see me right now. I am stunned. That is such a crazy matchup. Oh dear.
Hey, it only has to work 30% of the time. It works every time, right?
Yeah. I bet all these Salamangreat fans at home right now. They're getting back into the binder. They're looking through, thinking, "Whoa, these cards! They should get them back out again. Dust them off."
Yeah, honestly, it's not a bad deck for anybody. I don't want to sound like I think Salamangreat's a bad deck. I just think it's badly placed in the current meta game. And if it gets some new tech or things shift around, it's definitely a deck that you'll bring back in. I think it's a very cool deck. Its game plan is very grindy and it does a lot of good stuff. It's just not in a good place right now. So that's why that came as such a huge surprise when it sort of came out there. You can absolutely do that. It's still a good deck. It's just times are hard right now, right?
Times were certainly hard for Yuki in that game. He,
well, when your sandcastle gets kicked over by the big boy on the beach, that's and the big boy in this case is not having a rock monster. That's when things go a bit wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he had a castle. That was the issue. He had no bucket to make a castle with. That's it. His spade was gone. He had nothing. He had nothing going for him.
I think that's just really unfortunate for Yuki there. But he did what he could with the cards he had, and that's kind of all we can say about that. Yeah,
that's it. I think we should proceed. I think we should carry on.
Yeah, I'm still good. I've already during our last break managed to wolf down a sandwich, so I'm good to go again if our next guy is all ready.